I started a book club on TikTok, but on TikTok, the sections are like super short. So here, I'm also going to start a book club and I'll be reading from my book that'll be published in August right up until publication date, but the sections will be longer. So that basically means that I'll just be reading more sections of the book. Today, I won't do so much because in my last video, or the video before the last one, I was my beta book reading night. So in that, I already read the introduction and a section of chapter 1 and then the conclusion from chapter 1. Can't remember exactly how many sections I read, but I think that what I'll do today is I'll just read another section or 2 sections from chapter 1, and then I'll conclude that. If you want the introduction and the other parts of chapter 1, you'll have to go back to that video from before. And then starting next week, I will just read like larger sections of my book, like moving on to chapter 2. So today, this is also part of chapter 1. Again, this is just a section of it that I did not include in my beta book reading group. So this section is called The Complexity of Heartbreak Grief. Heartbreak grief is a unique kind of pain. Unlike mourning the loss of a loved one who has passed away, breakups come with an added layer of torment. The knowledge that the person you love is still out there, living their life, laughing, loving, and possibly building new memories with someone else. It's not just about losing them, it's about imagining the parts of their life that you're no longer a part of. That pain can feel unbearable, like a weight pressing down on your chest that you can't shake off. For me, one of the hardest parts was the endless mental movie reel. I couldn't stop replaying images of him smiling at someone else, whispering words of love that I thought were meant only for me. Those thoughts would hit like a tidal wave, dragging me under again and again. The hardest part wasn't just that he was gone. It was the realization that life was moving on for him while I felt frozen in place. It wasn't just him I lost. I lost his family and his friends too. The people I had come to love and imagined as part of my future. Knowing someone else is stepping into that life deepens the ache. She will step into the life I envisioned for myself. Building the relationships I dreamed of, sharing in family events, and claiming the spaces that I thought were meant for me. In a breakup, you're not only grieving what was lost, but also what is being rebuilt without you. This complexity of grief taught me that while the pain is overwhelming, it doesn't remain static. Just as waves crash over you, they also recede, leaving room to breathe again, if only for a moment. Some days you'll feel like you're making progress, and others, the weight of it will knock you off your feet. That's okay. Healing is messy, unpredictable, and deeply personal. There's no right or wrong way to move through it. If you're in this place right now, I want to give you permission to grieve fully. Cry when you need to, scream if it helps. Write down your thoughts, even the ones that feel too big or scary to share. Let yourself feel the full range of emotions without judgment or shame. Each tear you shed is a release, a small, incremental step towards making space for the strength and hope that will eventually take its place. Even in those moments when it feels like the pain will never end, remember, every breath you take, every tear you shed is part of the healing process. You're not just enduring this pain, you're transforming through it. With time, you'll begin to see glimpses of the strong, resilient person you're becoming on the other side of this journey. Next, I'm going to read the stories that we tell ourselves from chapter 1. Heartbreak has a way of magnifying good times and muting the bad. It's easy to focus on what we've lost and tell ourselves stories that keep us stuck. These stories often sound like, if only I had done things differently, we'd still be together. I'll never find someone who makes me feel like that again. He was the love of my life, and I lost him. These stories feel real, but they're not the whole truth. They're reflections of the meaning we've assigned to our pain, and they have a way of keeping us tethered to the past. When I reflected on my own heartbreak, I realized that these stories weren't just hurting me, they were holding me back. They were amplifying my pain and making it harder for me to see the possibility of healing. That's when I decided to challenge them. Was it absolutely true that I'd never feel love again? Was it undeniable that he was the only person that could ever make me happy? As I began to rewrite those stories, I noticed a shift. Instead of, I wasn't enough for him, I started telling myself I was more than enough, and he wasn't ready to meet me where I deserved to be met. Instead of, I'll never find someone else, I began to say, I deserve a love that is mutual and fulfilling, and this was not that. Rewriting my stories didn't erase the pain, but it gave me a sense of control. It allowed me to see my heartbreak as part of a larger story, a story where I wasn't the victim, but the hero in transformation. In my beta book club or reading, I did read the conclusion already, but I think that I will go ahead and read the conclusion again today here as a part of this. Conclusion, the first step. Here's the truth. Healing is possible. The good news, you will get through this pain. The bad news, healing requires courage. It asks you to sit with the discomfort even when every instinct tells you to run. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel angry, lost, or hopeless. These emotions are part of the process. But if you want to heal, running away isn't an option. The more you allow yourself to feel the full spectrum of your emotions, the pain, the loss, the anger, the less power they will hold over you. Acknowledging the pain isn't about dwelling on it. It's about honoring it. It's about giving yourself permission to grieve what was, to validate your feelings, and to recognize that they are a part of your healing journey. The pain you feel is a testament to the depth of your love, the strength of your heart, and your courage to have opened yourself up to another. Even now, when the ache feels unbearable, know this: it won't always be this way. When you look at a caterpillar, there is no sign that one day it will have wings, no hint of flight. And yet, transformation happens. The same is true for you. Even if you can't see it yet, healing is already unfolding within you. And that hero you've admired in stories, the one who rises stronger and braver than before, that hero is you. They've been within you all along, waiting for this moment to step forward and take the first step towards healing. Without the struggle of breaking free from the cocoon, the butterfly never learns to fly. It is in the struggle that you will find your wings, in the heartbreak that resilience will take place. Take a deep breath. Your journey begins here, and each step forward is a testament to your courage and your resilience. No more a caterpillar. Get ready to fly, you beautiful, strong, courageous butterfly. If you are going through a heartbreak or you know someone who is, will you share this with them? Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time for our next reading at our Beyond the Break book club. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.